Okay, we're back with another episode, and today we're going to talk about 10 disturbing facts about fast food. Now, I noticed there's a trend over the years on YouTube. For some reason, people love watching things like mukbangs and ASMRs. Mukbangs are basically where people eat a whole bunch of food for no reason, and then ASMR is when they eat food and they crunch and they schmack in their little microphones, and it's kind of disturbing and weird, but for some reason, everybody loves it. But to me, it just looks like a disgusting fetish. So anyway, we're going to talk about 10 disturbing facts about fast food, and let's begin. And number 1, draining the brain. This is perhaps the most alarming information about fast food in the modern. And number 1, draining the brain. This is perhaps the most alarming information available about fast food in the modern day. Everyone is familiar with the fatty contents and high sugar levels present in burgers, chips, and sodas in these environments. But what people may be less aware of is the fact that many fast food items may also actually have detrimental effects on the human mind. Chowing down on junk food on a regular basis disrupts the flow of blood in the brain, and after a certain amount of time can make you appear like a member of the Walking Dead. Unless we begin to actively cut back on our fast food consumption, a world shuffling zombies may not be an implausible possibility after all. So yeah, this is very true. Food can dumb us down, and if you're eating the wrong kind of food, you can end up like this. Yeah, not very pretty. And number 2, fecal fizz. That's right, your soda may contain a little bit of doo-doo. Some people may claim that they do not necessarily mind where their food comes from as long as it tastes good. However, there's an expectation to every rule, and the fact that thousands of drink dispensers in fast food restaurants have displayed traces of fecal bacteria is surely that expectation in this case. In low doses, the particular form of bacteria found on these drink dispensers, known as coliform bacteria, won't kill you, but the fact that this stands as commonly found in feces is revolting enough to make even the most unhygienic person want to kick the fizzy drinks forever. Whilst this substance might not necessarily make you sick, another form of bacteria found in these drink dispensers certainly will, a nasty little strand called E. coli. The bacteria can cause severe food poisoning symptoms and in rare cases even cause death. The message here couldn't be clearer. Stay away from fast food drink dispensers. That's right, all those sodas you've been drinking might have a little bit of doo-doo in them. And number 3, sickly syrup. Ever notice that you still feel thirsty after guzzling down a jumbo-sized fizzy drink from your local fast food restaurant? Well, there's a reason for that. To give these beverages a succulent, sickly sweet taste, many fast food chains gleefully load their fizzy drinks with high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, a highly processed substance that performs as a sugar substitute. Whilst high levels of HFCS allows a sweet flavor to dance on your tongues, they also tear away at your enamel on your teeth, stretch out your stomach lining, and attack your vital organs. Bizarrely, globbing right out of a sugar bowl might actually be healthier for you. Yeah, that's interesting. Number 4, bad eggs. You might want to start taking a pass on any egg-based fast food breakfast when hunger hits you in the morning time. In an attempt to cut back on production costs, a wide variety of fast food chains often use an egg substitute for their breakfast dishes known as premium egg blend, which have been proven to contain a troubling substance named glycerin. You might not be too familiar with the name of this material, but chances are you will have come in contact with it whilst taking a shower or having a shave. Yep, this solvent is regularly apparent in shaving foam and soap. Whilst consuming either of these products in small doses probably won't kill you, that's hardly an endorsement for a breakfast meal, is it? No, it is not. Number 5, stretchy bread. You might be surprised to learn that Subway is actually the largest fast food supplier in the world, even ahead of those inescapable giant golden arches that seem to follow you around to every street corner wherever you go. But this is perhaps only the second most surprising fact about the Subway sandwich chain, with the winner being a little a fact that's a little more unsettling. Until recently, the bread used for sandwiches in the fast food establishments contained a chemical called azadirachtin. That sounds like a Harry Potter spell. I can't even pronounce that. A substance that previously been used to create yoga mats. Yummy yoga mat ingredient in your sandwich bread. Subway has since declared that this chemical has been wiped away from their bread recipe, but it's still enough to turn your stomach even if you munched down on Italian BMT before. Yeah, I trust Subway. I definitely trust that they got rid of it. Number 6, fly egg sauce. Some disturbing news for you Americans out there. Regulations sanctioned by the Food and Drug Administration of the USA actually allows for 30 or more fly eggs per 100 grams and 1 or more maggots per 100 grams to be present in tomato-based sauce. Admittedly, these guys are the only ones who know their stuff when it comes to bacteria, but the thought of scoffing down fly eggs as part of your dish is enough to turn you off fast food pasta dishes forever. That's right, you might want to think twice before going to Olive Garden. Number 7, cows, cows, and cows. If you've ever felt guilty about eating an animal after licking your fingers clean and binning your Big Mac box, the following little tidbit may be enough to guilt trip you into never buying a hamburger ever again. I highly doubt that. Taking one bite of a big, fat, juicy fast food burger might mean that you're actually chomping into bits and pieces extracted from over 100 different cows. After cattle are slaughtered, the cheaper bits and pieces are all tossed together for processing. Where these grisly cuts of meat are mushed into circular shapes and given a pump of fat for a good measure, the result is typical cheaply made fast food burger, which is subsequently shipped off to a variety of fast food chains around the world and then flies off the shelves into the hands of angsty customers. Perhaps if more of them knew what they were eating, they might begin to ration their burger buying habits and switch to grilling in their own backyard instead. So yeah, that little burger you're eating might have bits and pieces from over 100 or more cows. Isn't that interesting? Number 8, cheese that won't please. Nothing makes a burger better than a thick slice of succulent cheddar cheese sizzling nicely between the meat and bun. Problem is, at fast food restaurants, this cheese isn't cheddar. Heck, half the time it's barely even cheese. Research have revealed that around half the contents of most processed cheese in fast food restaurants is a chemical additive and fat, leaving a final slice that's less than 50% of what it claims to be. Isn't that some barely food for thought? Yeah, you know that like plastic American tasting cheese? One time I saw this cheese and on the cover, it wasn't even like written cheese on it. It was like, I think it said something like American slices. Like there was nothing about cheese on the cover of it. Yeah, it looks kind of foul. Yeah, it was a little foul. Number 9, beach food. There's an ingredient called silicon dioxide that's often found in spicier food items such as chili and buffalo wings. You're probably more familiar with its other names, sand. Nobody asked for their food to be sprinkled with bits from the beach, but fast food restaurants have gone ahead and done it anyway. Nice. And last but not least, number 10, chemical shakes. Fast food joints really know how to jazz up a milkshake, but if you knew exactly what went into these drinks, it'd be enough to make you hurl your milk-based beverage at the wall in disgust. Indeed, junk food contains all kinds of dodgy ingredients that are pumped into to spice up their image, and in some cases contain even more chemicals than a typical garden fertilizer. That's right, some of these milkshakes you're drinking, that delicious Oreo and cream milkshake, might contain more chemicals than a garden fertilizer. So enjoy. You know what really upsets me about society is the fact that more people would rather watch a man like this destroy himself mentally and physically on camera, eating all kinds of fast food every single day, getting millions of views every month. While me, on the other hand, I make thought-provoking content that shatters people's reality and it's mind-blowing. Yet, I barely get any views, but more people would rather watch some train wreck stuff like this instead of some thought-provoking content. And I'm a little butthurt, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should I start making mukbangs, start eating a whole bunch of food, just gaining like 300 pounds, destroying myself mentally and physically, and just all for the views, because people love that train wreck content stuff, It's kind of like when a car crash happens on the freeway. That's what causes traffic. Everyone wants to see, like, ooh, what's going on over there, Everyone loves that train wreck content. They want to see what happened. Oh, is there a dead body lying there? Oh, is there an arm flying off? Ooh, let me see. That looks interesting. And it's a little disturbing to know that people would rather watch this.
Dunk it in and pull it out. Oh, ooh, get out of there. Ooh, yes. Here we go. It's hot and steamy.
Than thought-provoking content. But yeah, everybody loves the train wreck content. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching, and hope that increased your appetite for fast food. All right, we're done.